Hey team, Grant here. Hope you are doing great. Just got back from the gym tonight. I was having a conversation with Michael. I want to pretty much have or repeat the conversation I had with Michael because I know it's going to be a really good, insightful thing for you. Specifically, we're going to be talking tonight about just the weight loss process itself and the whole calorie stuff. So we're talking about improving food to improve specifically cholesterol and blood sugar levels. And I think blood pressure as well was another thing that we would touch base on. Anyways, and it instantly sparked up a study that happened, I think it was last year in America. It was this guy, right? This guy, he was overweight and he had a ton of health problems, stuff with his cholesterol and all these sort of things, right? The typical stuff that you get when you're overweight. Anyway, so I believe he was on a 12-month experiment. His experiment was quite weird. It was actually very interesting. So here's what it was. Basically, he was allowed to eat whatever he wanted, and I mean literally anything he wanted, but he had to still be in a caloric deficit. Now, here's what his diet actually was. His diet was Twinkies, which is obviously like an American food, which is just, again, it's just sugar and crap. Twinkies, it was donuts, it was chocolate, lollies, it was shit, right? It was literally just crap. All the foods that you would never ever think of eating whilst trying to lose weight. Anyway, so he just ate those foods, but the rule was he still had to be in a caloric deficit. I think it was about 12 weeks went by. He lost a ton of weight still, and everything health-wise, cholesterol, blood pressure, all improved. So what can you learn from this study? It's really two things. One, caloric deficit is super important, okay? You can still lose body fat and eat crap as long as you're in a caloric deficit. That was, insight number one. Insight number two is that being overweight is the number one thing that will cause health problems. And also, in other words, if you solely focus losing weight, other stuff will just fix itself without having to specifically try and fix that thing. For example, if you have high cholesterol, instead of just trying to fix your high cholesterol, just focus on losing 5 to 10 kilos and your high cholesterol will fix itself, okay? Part two, the whole calorie stuff, which then brings up the question, well, how many calories should I eat? So first off, calculating your exact calories, there is no perfect math. In fact, there's a lot of equations that are very confusing and also all can almost give you different numbers. So here's what I recommend you do. You get the app on your phone. It's called MyFitnessPal. Give me 1 second on that. Just hit the microwave. So stop doing that. MyFitnessPal. Download that. And here's what you do. You start calculating your calories for the week. And it's a pain in the ass. It's just the way it is. If you're really serious about this, you'll just do it. So you calculate your calories for the week. And on day one, let's use Sunday's day one. Day one, you measure your weight. Next Sunday, in 7 days' time, you measure your weight again. 3 things will happen. You've gained weight, you've lost weight, you're the same weight. You calculate how many calories you ate for the whole week and then divide that by 7 to give you roughly your daily average. Okay? So to make math simple, let's say that for the week it averaged out to 2,000 calories per day. And in 7 days' time, one of those 3 things will happen. So if you lost weight, great, stay on that 2,000 calories until it probably stops working. If you remain the same weight, that means 2,000 calories is probably enough for you to maintain weight. But if you want to lose weight, then you got to eat a little bit less. So you simply drop it by 150 calories to 200 calories. So anywhere between 1,800 to 1,850. If you gained weight, that means 2,000 calories is too much. You need, again, drop it by about 200, 1,850 to 1,800. And then you repeat it for the following week. So you track all your calories for the week, get your daily average by getting the total weekly calories divided by 7, and then you weigh yourself from week to week. What happened? Did you gain weight, lose weight, remain the same weight? And adjust your calories again. Now there's one little trick, is that what happens 24 hours before that weigh-in is super important, because if you eat a salty meal, if you drink more water than usual, or if your bowel movements weren't as normal during that 24 hours before the weigh-in, then that'll influence your scale weight and not give you a true accurate reading. Okay, so just be wary of that. If your weigh-in's on a Sunday and the Saturday was a salty meal, you drank extra water, maybe it was hot, or you did extra exercise, or you ate some sort of food that really sort of blocked you up and you didn't go to the toilet as regularly, then that's going to cause you an inaccurate reading of your scales. Does that make sense? So just make sure you're wary of those things. And that's simply how you do it. And then the last thing came into play is, all right, well, I'm going to like dinner on a Saturday night. You know, like what happens there? Like, do I do the cheat meal thing? Do I just not go and not enjoy myself? Or do I do what most people do and just let my hair go, but then feel guilty about it and have the rest of the weekend as a write-off? No. Here's what you do. You get out your MyFitnessPal app. Let's just say it's on a Saturday night. You know you're going out with friends for dinner. Saturday morning, you get out your MyFitnessPal app and you have a think, what would I probably going to feel like I'm having tonight for dinner? Let's just, for example, a chicken parmesan, right? You feel like having chicken parmesan for Saturday night. That's your cheat meal, your free meal, where you're cool with it. And let's say you just do, on your MyFitnessPal, you do a little search. Chicken parmesan, roughly how many calories is it? And let's just say, for math easy, it's 1,000 calories. And let's say that your goal is to eat 2,000 calories per day. So all you simply do is just make it fit within the day. So, okay, so tonight, my chicken parmesan is gonna cost me 1,000 calories, and I have 2,000 calories to spare. So you simply take off 1,000 calories from that 2,000. That means breakfast and lunch, the total calories for those two meals can't go over 1,000 calories. And that's simply how you can fit in that junkier food for your special occasion meals. Remember back to what I said in the beginning of the video with that guy. He ate nothing but Twinkies, donuts, chips, lollies, and crap and ice cream as his diet, but the goal or the rule was he could not go over his calories. He still had to be in a caloric deficit. He still lost weight and all his health factors improved. So again, just remember, caloric deficit is the most important thing. And simply all you need to do is get that app on your phone, do it for a week, get your your daily average for calories, weigh yourself 7 days apart, see what happens. 2, just losing weight will improve everything else when it comes to your health factors. Anyways, just random thought. Hey, cut it out. Random thought, driving home, I thought, yeah, I better shoot this video just because I know some other people are going to benefit from it. I know it's a little bit of a long one, 8 minutes now. Anyways, I got to get off. Dog Gone Mental. Any questions, just ask. I'll talk to you soon.